The next question is from Godwin Kelly of the Daytona Beach News-Journal. Please state your question.
How are you approaching the chase mentally this year? It seems like you're much more subdued and a little bit calmer about going into the NASCAR playoffs.
I think that you just approach the chase as you have the beginning of the year. Everybody's kind of calm and relaxed and ready to go and ready to get started with the year when we get to Daytona. And the media day that we have down there is always kind of easy and stuff like that. So there's no reason to treat this any differently. Certainly you want to come out with an even head, a clean head, and a clean slate, per se, to be able to go out there and race for a championship, because you know that there's these 10 weeks that are going to make it or break it. But you put too much pressure on yourself and you start making mistakes. You think too much, you start making mistakes. We've played this year really well and have been consistent, and so you do that all off of your talent and your feel. And to me, it's just trying to keep it the same. Don't overthink it.
Is there a certain aggravation among the top drivers in the sport that Jimmy just keeps winning championship after championship? I mean, because you've got talent, you've got equipment, you've got resources, and the last 5 years he just keeps winning the thing.
Yeah, certainly. It's great for our sport, but could also be hurtful to our sport too. Jimmy's been really, really good at what he's been able to accomplish, obviously, and he's one of the best out there, him and Chad both, and they're really good at what they do. So, they're no slouch, and you can't take anything away from them being able to win 5 championships in a row. It's just not that anybody's been able to step up and beat them, or they've eliminated themselves. So, we've just got to make sure that we can make it all the way to Homestead with a chance, and give it our all and try to do the best we can there and come out with a victory. And
one more, if I'm allowed. Give me a name among the 12 that people maybe aren't aware of or don't think about being a championship contender that really is a championship contender.
I think people have pinpointed Brad as that kind of guy that, he's made the chase and has been strong the past few weeks and has really turned it up through the summer. And he can be a guy that certainly surprises us all and competes for the championship. And, whether or not he wins it, that's not for anybody to debate. It's for after the points total come Homestead time for us to figure out who's the champion.
All right, thank you.
The next question is from Bob Pockrass of SceneDaily.com. Please state your question.
Yeah, Kyle, I was wondering if if the dynamic for your team has changed at all with Denny. In the sense of last year, he had won, I want to say, 6 races coming in, and everybody kind of looked at him. And this year he just kind of had has one win and made it at the kind of the last minute. I think Denny certainly has struggled for what we were expecting to see this year, but not due to him or the team or anybody doing anything differently. It's just been a matter of luck that hasn't quite found their side. Some dumb mistakes have bit him, and whether it's been other people's messes that he's gotten caught up into or what have you. So I think Denny is certainly ready for the chase. He's got should have a relaxed feeling now that he's made it in, and it's the final 10 races to just kind of hit the reset button and get ready and try to come out with a vengeance. He could win the first week out here in Chicago and be right up there and probably in the top 5 in points, and everybody will be like, man, now Denny Hamlin's a championship contender. So that can certainly be anybody's boat here following the first race or first 2 or first 3 races. And did kind of quote-unquote winning the regular season mean anything for you?
It does. Certainly I wish there was an added bonus to being the winner of the regular season, but it doesn't give us anything besides the wins that we had and how we're now the top seed, and I think it makes a little bit more sense for us winning the regular season and having the most wins being the top seed. But if you look at it on the flip side, if we didn't have any wins but we won the regular season, we'd be last, which would make people rethink, well, why is the points leader of the regular season last now? Because he doesn't have any wins, So it's just the way it works out sometimes,
Thank you.
The next question is from Amanda Ebersole of Skirts and Scuffs. Please state your question.
Kyle, this weekend headed in to Chicagoland. You've had wins there. You've had one win in the Cup Series, wins in the Nationwide and Truck Series. Is there one thing you can put your finger on to head back to victory lane in the Cup Series?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for us to go back to victory lane in Chicago in the Cup Series is having a good car. You know, when you unload off the hauler and you're fastest off the truck, it seems like it makes life a heck of a lot easier for the weekend, you know, and we know that we've got to be a strong contender. We weren't very good at Kansas, but we were really good at Las Vegas, at Kentucky, at Michigan, at California. Those are type intermediate tracks that play well into our hands. So, you know, to us to pinpoint one exact thing that's going to fix our cars for Chicagoland, it's just speed. You know, you got to be able to come off the truck with a good feel, a good handling race car, and something that you can make speed in.
Thank you.
And the final question is from Luke Kremiotic of Bleacher Report. Please state your question.
Hey, Kyle. Thanks for taking my call. Looking ahead to the 10 races of the Chase, are there any that you are not really looking forward to going to that you've circled on your calendar as I just want to get in here, get the best finish I can, and hopefully move on without taking a hit to the points?
Certainly, I think a lot of guys would put that as Talladega. You know, it's such a wild card race that anything can happen there, and you know, for us, it's a place that we've got to win at. But you know, it's such a luck track, and you know, for me, it's an opportunity to go out there and try to make the most of the event. But you know, your fortunes are riding on so many different people's shoulders that it's not quite what you do during that race. It's what everybody else does during that race. So Talladega is a place where we'd like to get in and get out with a decent finish. You know, I think something in the top 15 will be all right. Top 10 would be great. But you know, we certainly think we can go in there and win. There's no sense in saying we can't. But you know, there's a lot of things that have to factor in that go right.
I've got one other question of a little bit different type. You are known for your driving style and your personality in NASCAR, and you've been called a lot of nicknames over the years, Wild Thing, Rowdy, Shrub, and others. Are there any that you particularly like, or any that you just can't stand?
No, to me, it you know, it doesn't matter. I've had a lot of nicknames over the years, and whatever they've been or wherever they've come from, you know, certainly they're all indicative to something. You know, Chad Ochocinco is now calling me Uno Ocho, you know, so it's kind of funny to have that little relationship there. Darrell Waltrip's, I think, called me Superman, or maybe that was Mike Joy, I don't remember which, or, you know, some other nickname. So certainly there's a lot out there, but, you know, Rowdy seems to be one that kind of fits, and, you know, we want to make sure that that one keeps up with what we're trying to do throughout this chase and making sure that we can bring home a championship.
Thank you.
We return the floor to NASCAR's Josh Hamilton.
All right. Well, Kyle, congratulations on another Chase berth, and thanks for your time today, and good luck over the next 10 weeks.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Well, thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining in with us.